Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So, I'm back home. I am out of the woods. That was a very rough trip. We're still got more footage to release on that. But today's topic, since I'm home, I had a lot of emails to go through. All this stuff that's happening in our country. One of the biggest questions I get asked, do I really believe that there's a depopulation agenda? Yes. Yes, I do. I know, conspiracy, right? Let's talk about that just for a moment. They won't, in many of our beliefs, they want to depopulate down to 500,000 people. Look at the population of the world today. We're in the billions. So, why would they want to get the population so low? Very good question. Now, many of us have theorized on why this is possible, why they would be doing this. Some say it's because the resources are limited on Earth. That's a possibility. Others say to enslave. If you only have 500,000 people on the planet, it'd be much easier to enslave them all compared to, 6 billion. That's a possibility too. You can look at the Georgia Guidestones. Now, just quick Google search, pop up a picture there for you. That's what I'm talking about. Now in there's a big mystery of who created it and all that stuff. Then later they came out with a storyline of who actually created the Georgia Guidestones. Then it's all just publicity stunt, everything else. Don't know, but it's still there. Then we got the VN Nations. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have to talk code, especially when you're talking about that type of stuff. So that thing right there, or it's over there, yeah. Oh, Mr. Bill, the computer wizard guy, has been buying up farmland all over America. That's been pushing these jabs. Even stated that it'd be easy to control the world population through an injection. Sterilization. Yeah. Now, there were reports of sterilization project gone down with the injections there in Africa. Others say, oh no, it didn't happen. Others will say, yes, it did. Do I believe this is a depopulation plan? Yeah. So let's take a look at America. We've got over 300 million people. We're already right there at the 500 million mark. Many will sit there and say, well, it's unconstitutional. They can't do this, they can't do that. They do whatever they want to. Now, I've heard and read hundreds of times on other channels, on my channel, well, that's because good men aren't making a stand. Most of the people that are commenting that crap, sitting around not doing anything. You're talking about going to conflict with the government. You and your buddies, you and your internet commenters gonna group together and go do something? Best of luck to you. Best of luck. We see the attack on Second Amendment. When they can't grab the actual firearm, they make it difficult for ammunition. Make it difficult on what you can and cannot purchase as far as model and all that other stuff. Barrel shrouds. It's just ridiculous. But if you disarm a population, you can instill dictatorship quick. Now, am I saying lay down and die? No. No, I'm not. But you gotta be smart. Well, I'm telling you right now, they come to my door, guns a-blazing. Well, you're an idiot. You're not gonna make it. That's one of the things I'm not getting. We're preppers. We prep because we know there's a problem coming. We need to be prepared for it. I read the comments so many times, and I know I'm gonna tick off people, but oh well, let's talk some freaking truth here. For the ones that sit there, well, I'm just gonna go out guns a-blazing, then why the hell are you prepping? We value our lives. We value our families' lives. We do see a light at the end of the tunnel. We want to be prepared to make it through the tough times, not sit there and kick down the front door and start blazing and get mowed down by the other 30 individuals that's sitting there waiting for you to do that. Go back and play some Modern Warcraft or Warfare or whatever the video games are. There's a lot of internet guys on here talking prep and shit, and that's all they are. They play freaking video games. Former military, I'm telling you, you do that shit, you're not gonna make it. All right, that's it, that's the truth. You don't want to hear the truth? Go somewhere else. Have an evacuation plan. Well, I don't want to bug out. No one wants to bug out. I've been doing outdoor survival videos, trying to teach outdoor skills, survival skills, trying to show just how difficult it is. I've read the comments, and I welcome those comments. Well, I would have done this differently. I would have done that differently. Yeah, hindsight, sure, some things could have been done differently. Absolutely. When you're out in the woods with minimum gear, no food, you're constantly getting water, firewood. The heat's beating down on you all the time. Thunderstorms nailing you every time you turn around. Temperature fluctuating left and right. You don't think as clear as you do sitting in a nice little air-conditioned room in mama's basement. I've lived outdoor many a times. And for the comment assholes, oh, you're homeless. No, I was never homeless. I was on the run for 6 years, and guess what? That never got me. In other words, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I survived off the land many times over. Survived out of my gear, using my smarts and my skills to get me through some tough times. Now, should I be happy that I did that? Well, survived, yes. Get in trouble with the law many years ago? No, I was just stupid, okay? People make mistakes. But you need to have a plan. Just running out to the woods, not a plan. Not a plan. Odds are you won't make it unless you are a outdoor survival person. There's a lot of stuff trying to find game. It is very difficult. Animals know when you're in their area, so then you're going to have to go hunt away from your area. Extreme heat, bad weather conditions, whatever, it makes it limited. Let's just say that you're just by yourself like I was. Some days you go hungry. Some days you're eating the inner bark out of pine trees. It's just all you can find. Grasshoppers, worms. It's just the way it is. So, with that being said, like I said, I know I'm ticking off a lot of people, and that's quite all right. You know, if you get bent out of shape because of that, go find a nice little patchouli smelling channel to go hang out at, all right? You need to have a bug out location picked out. You need to get it stocked up. I'm not talking about going down there to the park and start putting food down and all that stuff, but hey, well, let me rephrase, I'm not going to tell you to do anything illegal. Don't do that. You don't want to get hemmed up before this stuff pops off. You do not want to be locked up behind bars during SHTF. You just don't. Some argue, well, low custody inmates, they'll just release. High custody inmates, they'll just let them starve to death or they'll put them down. Either way, you don't want to be locked up there. Get your location. It doesn't even have to be yours. If you have your own property, that's even better. Off somewhere that you can get to. Of course, that's the best legal way of doing it, the smartest way. Hard to find, hard to get to. That'd be awesome. Those lake systems up in Canada in the middle of freaking nowhere, you got your own private plane. Dude, that's awesome. I wish I had that. Your idea is getting on a sailboat, cruising the coastlines. Hey, that's an idea. Everything has problems though. Anything that can happen will happen. Having to do with people that are starving, that's a huge issue too. All right, so where I'm at, I've got a community of people I've been working really hard at getting everybody prepared that's around me, and not everybody is. So we have loose ends. We have threats in our immediate area. The problem is because we had to confront these people and talk to them about the idea of prepping. Ever since the TV show Doomsday Prepper, everybody's an idiot. Everybody's crazy because they're preparing. Most of the time in Florida, people are open to hurricane preparedness. And that's usually an open door in talking about prepping. Maybe I shouldn't have showed up in a tinfoil hat. I don't know. But we got loose ends where we're at. When things pop off, we have to make a decision. It really just depends on the scenario we're in. Do we stay put? Do we lock down our area? Locking down our area is a safe spot, a safe idea, but now we are affecting the other people that are not preppers, because now they're locked in too. Now we cross the boundary. Now what are we going to do? We're going to force our dictatorship for security reasons on these people. You might have some people kind of ticked off at you and try to do something about it. Then you got conflict right there on your home front. Each scenario is different. You got to plan different things out. I can't go into our details of our group, but we run into some issues that we have to sit there and discuss. Having a bug out location, a bug out plan is not idiocracy. You need to have a plan in case something happens. If someone decides to burn out your home, and eventually you do have to sleep, it's not hard. Molotov cocktail, boom, while you're sleeping. Well, I got fire extinguisher. What was it? Burn on the outside, and they got guns waiting for you to stick your head out. Yeah. Have a plan to evacuate. Have a plan. Supplies in these evacuation spots. Do not stop prepping. Keep stockpiling food, ways of purifying water, ways of collecting water, firearms, ammunition, if you can. Medical supplies, maps, not just of your general area. You know, you can go online, you can get topographical maps. They'll mail you some printed off documentation of. That's what I use for all my outdoor survival videos. I get a topographical map of the area, have it sent to me so I can study it. But don't just have it in your area. Have it the entire trip that way. Surrounding areas. Is it expensive doing that? Yeah. I mean, you can sit at home and print them off if you got a printer. There's nothing wrong with that. Have maps. Have extra supplies of things. When I was out there in the woods this last time, my boots were constantly getting soaked. Those were new boots. They're still holding up, but I started thinking again. I mean, I had to get in the water, and I wasn't about to walk barefoot. I already actually injured my foot while I was out there because I was walking around barefooted. Boots, something simple like that. When everything stops, do you have enough footwear? I don't know how to make boots. I can make some makeshift shoes to get me by for a few hours, but they're going to fall apart. Have extra supplies. Now, your non-essential supplies, that when I say non-essential, I mean food. That's not food and water, you know, clothing, boots, you know, stuff like that. Get a storage facility. All right. Each state, each county, they have different prices. Start storing up some stuff. Now, I read the comment, well, under martial law, they will confiscate everything in those storage facilities. Quite possibly. So what do? When that stuff's getting declared, they can't cover every single street right off the bat unless you've already seen military moving in. Or brown shirts, whatever you want to call them. What you want to do, you see that stuff happen, you hit that storage facility, you clean everything of it out and bring it home. Hope you got stuff in a bug out location. That way, when they do lock down stuff and they start going through storage facilities, as the fear from most people are claiming will happen, and it quite possibly could happen, you've already got your stuff. Our plan is to hit our storage facilities, load up everything, and get back to our location and other drop off spots. Luckily, our storage facility is not too far down the road, so we could do it underneath the cover of darkness. We can do it by vehicle, we can do it by four-wheelers. We have many plans in place. Something you need to look at, something you need to start thinking about. Whatever's going on in this country is not good. There is an agenda. Now, we can all claim that we know what the agenda is. We can see signs of what's going on. We don't have the full document of what they're doing. Now, right fast, I'm going to make some more people mad. It's the end time, CFP. I don't worry about prepping. Christ is on his way. I'm a firm believer in Christ. I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. Not a very popular thing to say, but it's what I do. Am I a perfect Christian? No. Anybody that says they are, run. Look at all the stuff that happened in the world. Holocaust. World War I. World War II. The Depression. Famine. Natural disasters. Countries being destroyed. Countries have fallen all throughout mankind's history, before and after Christ. So I'm pretty sure, especially the after Christ part, everybody was screaming, it's the end times. We're fixing to get raptured. I ain't worried about it. The fact is, you do not know the time and date. Clearly states that. Anybody that does say that they know that? No. Are we on end times? I believe we are, because of everything that's been going on, and only because, not because of disasters and pushes on the government. I'm talking about turning their back towards Christ. Yeah, turning their back towards God. That's end time stuff there. We're seeing more and more of filth and immorality being promoted every day, and you can talk amongst yourselves about what all that is. I can't say it here on this platform. Stuff like that are signs. But for anybody to sit there and tell you if the government tries to install martial law, it's time for the rapture, they're talking out their wazoo. No one has that insight. The Bible clearly states that. No man knows. So be prepared. We as human civilization have experienced a lot of disaster. A lot of stuff went down, governments took over, governments crumbled, slavery, everything else. No rapture. Things happen. Now, do I believe that there will be a rapture? Yeah, I do, but I don't know when. So as a prepper, I prepare for every disaster I can. Doesn't mean I will be able to cover every scenario, but I try to. Fortunately, as a prepper, most of your supplies cover every scenario. They interlock with everything. They're interchangeable. Sure, you might have to get some newer gas mask or something like that for a different scenario or whatever, but most of the stuff is still the same. Food, water, security, shelter, protection. Well, that's security. They all work together. Besides just food, have seeds. Have a lot of seeds. We grew last year. We grew everything to seed, and we dried out, stored, vacuum sealed, put back. We got a ton of seeds. We got enough seeds in stock for me and my family and a lot more people to go through 3 growing seasons, and that's many hectares of growing. The reason why I wanted that many, not just rely on one growing season, if there is an environmental event, anything, it could be many years before you can start planting again. So you'll be trying 1 year, nothing happens, none of your seed germinate, or they just don't make it. You just wasted some seeds. Then you try it again the next year and the next year. See what I'm saying? Let's get some seeds. So all in all, do I think something's up? Of course I do. That's why I prep. I don't prep because it's cool. If you're a prepper, you know that. Everyone looks at you freaking weird when you're a prepper. Most of the time, well, years ago I never even told people I was. Now that's part of my conversation when I meet people. Hey, you know, they'll be sitting talking about something, I'd tell them straight out. Mainly because they get mouthy with me, it's a bad day for them. As far as the ones that like to come online and try to chastise us for preparing, how dare you took too much stuff. I read a comment the other day. One of our subscribers had bought a bunch of stuff at the store, and apparently the lady at checkout got mouthy with them, or her, I forgot who it was that wrote it down, that You should have left some for somebody else. This is a basic transaction, is what this individual has done. What we do every day. Instead of going to the movies or going here and going on vacation and pissing our money away, we're putting our money in food. We're putting our money in self-reliance ability. And then some little smart mouth twat wants to sit there and go, well, you should have saved it for somebody else. No. You need to worry about your family. And I congratulate you on your purchase and taking a step towards your family. I congratulate every single one of you preppers. Everybody that woke up and said, no, something's up, I'm not going without. Now please, don't limit yourself on, well, I'm just staying in my home, nothing else. If they come here, I'll just die here at my home. Don't limit yourself to that. The survival instinct in humans is great. We can go through a lot of stuff and still get up. Never give up. I read a comment over a year ago that came on my channel. They weren't prepping. They just decided that if anything happens, they were going to take their life and their family's life because it'd be on their terms. What is wrong with you? You're gonna off yourself, you're gonna off your family, then yourself, so you can do it on your terms? What is wrong with you? Why are you on a prepping channel if that's what if that's your mentality? No, I don't give up. Do I fail at things? Of course I do. It's a learning experience. Chalk it up, move on. You don't give up, ever. If everybody gave up, well, I had to give participation awards, don't we? Thank you for showing up. If everybody gave up, nothing would ever get accomplished. As far as the militant groups that are sprouting up here on the online communities, don't get involved. The alphabet companies, they watch all that stuff. They watch them. They trace them down to their IPX address. They know exactly who they are. They will assign somebody to watch them. They'll slip somebody in. Every group has somebody in there because everybody has something in their past that they can be twisted around. Just the way it is. Nobody's perfect. Alphabet company will manipulate it, threaten, and next thing you know, you got somebody in your group. Don't get wrapped up with these guys. If you're with a group, like you and a couple family members, friends that you've known all your life, keep it quiet. Don't get online and start typing in, oh yeah, I've got a group such as that, we're ready to do this and do that. Well, CFP, you just went and told everybody you have a group. Yeah, I have a prepping community. We're not militiants. We work together on growing season. We work together on stockpile. We work on helping each other to prepare. If things go down, having backup is going to be great. Doing things on your own is hard. It really is. Can it be done? Yes. Yes, it can. Very dangerous. You have to sleep sometime. And if you plan on just staying in your home, now you are a hard target. You are stationed there. Now, I'm not saying run to the woods, but if a certain scenario happens, you need to have an escape plan. Unless you're just gonna kick down the door and start a blasting. All I can say, if that's your plan, best of luck to you. Alright guys, y'all take care. Please keep prepping. Don't ever stop. We got some more of our outdoor survival videos coming out. Like I said, I just got home, but I was checking my email and wanted to address stuff. I mean, the mentality that I'm seeing, it's not cool. Oh, before I go, I want to congratulate the Angry Prepper and Alaska Prepper. Both have broke the milestone of 100,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for a creator. Both these guys are great guys. They've been on here for a while. They finally get to earn that silver play button. YouTube does. It's an award that YouTube gives creators when they hit 100,000. I hope you guys continue to do what you're doing, get to that next huge milestone. Because every time you get a new subscriber, every time y'all subscribe to these people, they're reaching more and more people. Me, I'm a small channel. I have a small base that I can reach. It's just the way it is. We got over 600 videos. Some things get watched, some things don't. But I'm very proud and I'm excited for these guys. They stuck to it. They accomplished what they went after. And I don't even think that they even went after 100,000. They just went out there to give that information out. And they grew. So definitely congratulations, guys. All right. Check y'all later.